I'm back. I'm going to be consistent-ish. So I am here to discuss, as long as my dogs are quiet, Devotion and the Fabelmans. And I think both of these seemingly blockbuster movies should be seen in a theater. I really enjoyed both of them. Different vibes, of course, because they're two different subject matters, but big blockbusters, and I think they should be seen during the holidays. Now, let's start with Devotion. Devotion is about the first African aviator in the United States Navy, who is Jesse Brown, played by Jonathan Majors. And it is mainly about his experience in the Navy during 1950, during the Korean War. Now, if you're looking for an actual war movie, it does have some battle scenes, but it's not, I would say 25% of the movie is battle scenes. So it's not really a war movie as much as it is an interpersonal relationship, man's experience movie. So it is more talky than it is fighty. But just so you know, so you're not going in expecting a big, huge war blowout movie. The movie mainly centers around Jonathan Majors as Jesse Brown and his interactions with Glenn Powell, who he plays Tom Hudner, and it is about their friendship, which to this day they're not their ancestors. Kids, grandkids are still keep in touch, and still to this day. There are reasons that they still very much interact with each other. I'm not going to give those reasons away or tell you why, because it very much plays into the end of that movie, and I don't want to give any spoilers. But I quite enjoyed it. My experience with Jonathan Majors is based off of him playing Immortus / Kang. Right now, you only know him as Immortus in Loki. And he seems like an old soul, which is great for the character, because if you know anything about Immortus, he's several iterations of, himself over time. So he seems much older on that show. I was kind of shocked about how young he comes across in Devotion, which either says a lot about my ignorance about his acting ability, or it really just kind of goes to show you his range as far as he can shift just even those slight things, those slight character differences between, in the roles that he's playing. That's a whole bunch of jumbled mess, I'm sure, but hey, you tuned in. Also, the other one that I saw last night was The Fabelmans, which is based upon Steven Spielberg's life growing up as a young Jewish boy who's consumed by his artistic drive to direct. I thought this movie was great. It's 2.5 hours long. I was really dreading the movie actually when I saw it, because I was thinking, oh, it's going to drag. It's 2.5 hours. Oh my goodness. And I have to say that every scene was great. There's never felt like it was dragging at any moment. Every scene had a purpose. Every moment just flowed into the next. I thought it had great fluidity. It was just very good. That would be my puppy trying to get treats. So, based off of that, it really is a great ensemble. Michelle Williams plays his mother. Paul Dano plays his father. Michelle Williams, her scenes are, I don't want to say insane, but you just want to see more of her playing this character on screen. She's so good. Judd Hirsch comes in like a tornado in his scene. He swoops in, lays down some knowledge, and swoops right out. It's really great cast, even down to his sisters in the movie that are just kind of small, side characters. uh it's a really good movie. You depending on how much of it is artistic license and really happened in his life, he's very gracious to the people that impacted him and made him sort of who he is to this day. He acknowledges that humans are flawed and might not always make the best choices and decisions in the moment, but he never treats anybody with cruelty, except for one person. And I wouldn't even say he treats them cruelly unkind. He just pretty much shows them for who they are. I don't want to spoil that. But people that he loved, he could have been much harsher about the things that they did, but he was exceptionally gracious and kind. And you can just kind of tell that in his movie telling. So those are two movies. I think you should see them, this holiday season. Get back into the theater, see stuff on a big screen, start to socialize with people again. Don't just watch everything on TV, learn how to interact with people in person. But until then, I think I'm going to try to see Violent Night next week and The Whale with Brendan Fraser. So pretty excited about those two movies. And I shall have my review on The Inspection around December 2nd. And I think that's about all the time that my dogs are going to give me. So outside of that, let's just check out my Thanksgiving meals. Fancy. All right. Bye.